We are discussing chapter number 5, periodic classification of elements. The board questions and answers. The elements of second period of periodic table are like this, from lithium to fluorine. Give reason to explain why atomic radii decreases from lithium to fluorine. First we'll answer this. Why? Because the nuclear charge increases due to increase in atomic number. Atomic number, that means the number of proton and electron are increasing. That means the attraction force is also increasing. So force of attraction between the nucleus and the valence electron, this is increasing. That is, the nuclear charge, effective nuclear charge will increase because of the strong attraction, because of the number of proton and neutron which are more. So the atomic radii will decrease from lithium to fluorine. Next is, give reasons to explain why atomic radii decreases. This we have already done. Identify the most metallic and non-metallic. Now, most non-metallic is fluorine. Why? Fluorine needs an electron to complete its octet. That means it will gain electron easily due to its smallest atomic size. And metallic, see, most metallic is lithium. How? Because it can lose electron due to large atomic size. Now, the metallic element generally lose electrons, non-metallic they generally gain electron. This is how we go. The elements of the third period of periodic table are like this, from sodium to chlorine. This is a group and we are talking about a period. So, which atom is bigger, sodium or magnesium? Sodium is bigger than magnesium as it has lesser nuclear charge. So, there is less force of attraction between magnesium and valence electron. So, thereby less effective nuclear charge. Therefore, it is bigger in size. Identify the most metallic and non-metallic in this period. So, sodium is the most metallic because sodium, if you see sodium, it loses one electron. It can easily lose one electron due to its larger atomic size, because the size, that means if it has larger size, the electrons are pretty, somewhat farther from the nucleus. So the attraction force is less as compared to others. I'm not saying it's very less, but as compared to others. While the chlorine is the most non-metallic element because it is gaining electron. If you see, Cl will do what? Cl will take one electron and it will form Cl minus. So this is because it has smallest atomic size. The position of three elements A, B and C, these are in this table. We have to give reason and explain the following. Element A is a non-metal. So element A is a non-metal because it can gain electrons. It can gain electron easily and it has 7 valence electron and it just needs 1 electron to complete its stable configuration. Element B has a larger atomic size than C. Why it is larger? It is because it has a lesser atomic number as compared to this one. Less nuclear charge, that means less force of attraction between valence electron and the nucleus which contains proton. Therefore, it has larger atomic size. Element C has valency 1. C has 7 valence electrons. So 7 valence electrons means it is higher than 4. So 8 minus 7, that is the 1 is the valency. So it can gain 1 electron in order to become stable. So therefore its valency is 1. The position of three elements A, B, C is shown like this. This is A, this is B and this is C. Now these are the groups and these are the periods. We have to explain with reason. Element A is non-metal. Element A is non-metal. Why? It has 7 valence electrons. So it has a tendency to gain 1 electron in order to complete its stable configuration. So that is why it's a non-metal. It can gain 1 electron to form a negative ion. Atom of element C has larger size than atom of element A. Why? C has more number of shells than A, so it is larger in size. K, L, M, like this the shell goes. Element B has valency 1. This has valency 1. See, B has one valence electron. It can lose one electron in order to become stable. So its valency is equal to 1. What physical and chemical properties of elements were used by Mendeleev in creating his periodic table? You have to list two observations which posed a challenge to Mendeleev's periodic law. So atomic mass, this atomic mass as a physical property, and for chemical property, the nature and formula of the oxides and hydrides being formed is the chemical property which is used by Mendeleev. So the observation which posed challenge to Mendeleev periodic law was the increasing order of atomic weights. This could not be maintained while the matching of chemical properties were going on. So chemical properties, they do not depend on the atomic mass. Then the isotopes. Isotopes, they have different atomic mass but same chemical properties. So these were two observations that posed challenge to Mendeleev periodic law. Table given below shows a part of periodic table. This is a part of periodic table. Atomic size of magnesium is less than that of sodium. Why? See, first of all, they can lose electron easily due to bigger size. Energy required to remove electron is less. This is the discussion what we can see here. But if you go to the second option which has been asked, atomic size of magnesium is less than that of sodium. Why? Because greater effective nuclear charge is on Mg, because more number of protons, more number of electrons, so they attract more than sodium, of course. If we go to the next part, that fluorine is more reactive than chlorine. So fluorine can form F minus. How? By taking an electron. Then chlorine, due to the smaller atom size, so F minus is more stable than Cl minus. So fluorine is more reactive than chlorine. Why do we classify elements? See, there are number of elements. There are innumerable elements. So it is not very easy to understand, to study about them. So it is done as to study the properties of elements conveniently. If we can classify them, we can characterize them with respect to certain characteristic. What were the two criteria used by Mendeleev in creating his periodic table? So increasing order of atomic mass and the similarity in chemical properties, especially the nature and formula of oxides and hydrides being formed by the elements. These were the criteria of Mendeleev. Why did Mendeleev leave some gaps in his periodic table? These gaps were left for undiscovered elements, which were later, of course, discovered. In Mendeleev periodic table, why was there no mention of noble gas like helium, neon and argon? The reason, this straightforward reason is noble gases were not invented at that time. So there were no indication or discussion. Why would you place the two isotopes of chlorine Cl35, Cl37 in different slot because of their atomic masses, or in the same slot because their chemical properties are the same? Justify your answer. They will be kept at same slot as they have same chemical properties. Lithium, sodium and potassium form a Dobronier triad. The atomic mass of lithium and potassium are 7 and 39. Predict the atomic mass of sodium. So this Dobronier triad means you have to add the atomic masses of these two, divide by 2, you get the sodium atomic mass. So 7 plus 39 by 2, it gives you atomic mass of sodium, which is 46 by 2, 23. Similarly, for chlorine, bromine, iodine, for Dobronier triads, the atomic masses of chlorine and iodine are this much. So chlorine plus iodine by 2, that is 35.5 plus 126.9 by 2, it gives you 81.2. This is the atomic mass of bromine. Why was the system of classification of elements into triads not found suitable? This is because all the elements which were discovered at that time could not be classified into triads. That means if 3 elements are there, adding these two will not give the third always, atomic mass of the third always. State Mendeleev periodic law. Write to achievements of Mendeleev periodic law. So Mendeleev periodic law is simple. It is based on the atomic masses. So you can say like this: properties of elements are the periodic function of their atomic masses. What are the achievements? See, these all were the basic building blocks of what we have got today. So it could classify all the elements discovered at that time. It helps in the discovery of new elements, and it helps in correction of atomic masses of some of the elements. What is meant by periodicity in properties of elements with respect to the periodic table? So the repetition, that is, periodicity means repetition of some properties after certain definite interval, is called the periodicity in properties. Why do all elements in the same group they have similar properties? Why? The simple reason is they have same valence electron. It is because they have same valence electrons, therefore they have similar properties. How will the tendency to gain electrons change as we go from left to right across a period? Why? The tendency to gain electron increases from left to right as we go in a period because the atomic size goes on decreasing. Atomic size goes on decreasing like this, and effective nuclear charge will increase. What are groups and periods in periodic table? Let me show you like this. If this is a snapshot of the table, its table means rows and column. So the rows, these are periods, and the columns, these are the groups. So these are the groups and periods. So the vertical column in the periodic table, these are groups, and the horizontal row in the periodic table, these are called periods. Now two elements M and N belong to group 1 and 2 respectively are in the same period of the periodic table. How do the following properties of M and N will vary? According to the size of their atoms. So M and N, they belong to the same period, but group 1 and 2. So this N will be smaller than M as the atomic size will go on increasing from left to right. Their metallic character. M is more metallic than N. Why? Metallic character goes on decreasing from left to right as tendency to lose electron decreases due to the decrease in atomic size. Their valency in forming oxides. See, their valencies are 1 and 2. So valency goes on decreasing first, that is decreasing first and then increasing. Increasing first and then decreasing. That is like this it goes. Molecular formula with chlorides. So 1 and 2, that means MCl and NCl2 are the molecular formula of their chlorides. Valency 1 means that means it is going to take and release 1 electron, while the NCl2 means N2 group means 2 electron it has to release. So it will gain 2, the chlorine will gain 2 of them. So NCl2. Which two criteria did Mendeleev use to classify the elements in his periodic table? First is the increasing order of atomic mass. This was taken as physical property, and similarity is chemical properties of element. These are the criteria he took. Then the formula and the nature of hydrides and oxides being formed by elements, these were treated as basic chemical property of its classification. State Mendeleev periodic law. So the properties of elements, these are the periodic function of their atomic masses. This is the Mendeleev periodic law. Why would no fixed position be given to hydrogen in Mendeleev periodic table? This is because hydrogen, it resembles both alkali metals as well as halogen. That is why no fixed position could be given in Mendeleev's periodic table. Mendeleev have gaps in his periodic table. Why? The gaps are left for the undiscovered elements in the Mendeleev periodic table. He was so foresightedness he has that he knew that some elements would be discovered, and this happened. Any three limitation of Mendeleev classification: position of hydrogen cannot be justified, increasing order of atomic mass cannot be maintained, and isotopes, they have similar chemical properties but different atomic masses, they cannot be given separate places. Does electronic configuration of atom change in period with increase in atomic number? See, the number of shells remains the same. The number of valence electron, this goes on increasing and then decreasing, left to right. So period till octet is complete. This is the reason for this. Atom of 7 elements A to G, they have different number of electronic shells, but they have the same number of electrons in their outermost shell. The element A and C combine with chlorine to form acid and common salt respectively. The oxide of element A is liquid at room temperature and neutral substance, while the oxides of the remaining 6 elements are basic in nature. Based on this information, we have to answer these. What could be the element A? It is clearly hydrogen, because its oxide H2O is H2O, that is water, is liquid at room temperature. Write the will the formula of a compound. First we'll see, will elements A to G belong to the same period or same group of periodic table? See, A to G, they belong to the same group, that is same column of the periodic table, because they have same number of valence electrons. Write the formula of compound found by reaction of the element A with oxygen. As you see here, it is H2O, so we can write A2O. Show the formation of compound by combination of element C with chlorine with the help of electronic structure. So this is C and this is Cl minus. So we have to show the formation of compound combination of element C, right, with chlorine with the help of this electronic structure. So this we can show like this, okay, because this C, as we see, this C has to give 1 electron in order to form C plus. Cl minus needs 1 electron, so it gets 1 electron. What would be the ratio of number of combining atoms in compound formed by combination of element A with carbon? So this will be, see, carbon has 4 valence electron, so it needs 4A here. So it will be A4C. 4:1 will be the ratio. Which one of the given element is likely to have the smallest atomic radius? So A will have smallest atomic radius. This will be the answer. Now in the following table, six elements A to F, here letters are not the usual symbols of the modern periodic table with atomic number 3 to 18 are given. So if you see properly, this is a formation of rows and columns. So as we know that the columns are the group and the rows are the periods. So we have to answer which of these halogen is noble gas, or which of these is halogen, which is the noble gas. So let us see this. First, this G is the noble gas, F is our halogen. Then if B combines with F, this combines with F, what will be the formula? This B will, because F needs 1 to complete its octet, B will lose 1 in order to complete its stability. So it will be only BF. Write the electronic configuration of C and D. C and D. So C is what? It is, the atomic number is 12 here. So it will be 2A2. It will be 12, KLM. And what is the E here? E, it's given as 8. So 2 and 8. KL are 8. Okay, so E has atomic number 8. Electronic configuration 26. In this table, 8 elements A to H are given in modern periodic table with atomic numbers of the element in parentheses. So we have to answer this. Let us take one by one. What is the electronic configuration of F? F is what? 12. So it will be 282. You add them, it will be 12 itself. Now what is the number of valence electron in the atom F? F has 2 valence electrons, as you see here. And K, L, M, these are 3 shells. So the answer for the third, what is the number of shells in the atom of F? These are 3 shells F. Next one is, write the size of atoms E, F, G, H in decreasing order. So as you see here, these are in a group and we know H is the highest. So H, G, F, E, these are the decreasing order of size of the atom. And state whether F is a metal or a non-metal. So of course F is a metal. Then out of these three, B, E, F, which one has the biggest atomic size? So in this B, E, F, if you see the formation, this B, E, F, B is having biggest atomic size. Atoms of 8 element A to H, they have the same number of electronic shells, but different number of electron in their outermost shell. It was found that the element A and G combine to form ionic compound. This compound is added in small amount to almost all vegetable dishes for cooking. That means we are talking about common salt, NaCl. Oxides of element A and B are basic in nature, while those of E and F are acidic. The oxide of D is almost neutral. Based on this information, we have to answer this. To which group or period of periodic table do the listed element belong? So this A and B, this belong to group 1 and 2 because they form basic oxide. This C and C belongs to group 13, it has 3 valence electron. D belongs to group 14 as it has, or it forms almost neutral oxide as given in the question. E and F, they belong to group 15 and 16, they form acidic oxide. This G belongs to group 17 as it has 7 valence electron. This H belongs to group 18. They belong to third period of periodic table. Why? Because this AG, when it combines, as I said, this is A and this is G, Na and Cl. This is added in small amount to almost all vegetable dishes during cooking, and sodium and chloride or chlorine belong to the third period. Next is, what would be the nature of compound found by the combination of B and F? See, ionic compound will be found because B is a metal, F is a non-metal. So B can lose electron, F can gain 2 electrons. Which two of these elements could definitely be metals? So A and G definitely metals, as they form the basic oxides. Fourth is, which one of the 8 elements is most likely to be found in gaseous state at room temperature? So in this fourth, we see G and H. They are the last. So these are gaseous at room temperature. If the number of electrons in the outermost shell of C and G, this is 3 and this is 7, write the formula for the compound formed by the combination of C and G. So C is having 3 valence and G is having 7. So it needs one of them. So it needs 3C, means this 1C will require 3G. Because it has 7, it needs 1, so it will gain 1 from this, 1 from this, 1 from this, and it will relieve 3 from itself. So that will be CG3 formation. This is the formula of compound formed by a combination of C and G. Atoms of 8 element A to H, they have same number of electronic shells but different number of electrons in their outermost shells. So it was found that element A and G, they combine to form ionic compound which can also be extracted from seawater. So oxides of element A and B, they are basic in nature, while those of E and F are acidic. The oxide of element D is almost neutral. We have to answer the following. So with respect to the previous discussion, we'll answer like this. This A and B, they belong to 1 and 2 because they form basic oxide. This C belongs to group 13 and it has 3 valence electron. D belongs to group 14 as it forms almost neutral oxide. E and F belong to group 15 and 16, they form acidic oxide. This G belongs to group 17 as it has 7 valence electron. H belongs to group 18, and in all they belong to third period of periodic table because sodium belongs to third period and Ag is of course NaCl, an ionic compound of sodium which can be obtained from seawater as given in the question. A is sodium, G is Cl, belong to third period. Which one of these 8 elements is likely to be noble gas? H is a noble gas. This one, last one. Which one of the 8 elements would have the largest atomic radius? So A will be having largest atomic radius, A. Which 2 elements amongst these are likely to be non-metal? E and F. These are likely to be non-metals. And the last one, which one of these 8 elements is likely to be a semi-metal or a metalloid? D is likely to be metalloid or a semi-metal. How can the valency of element be determined if the electronic configuration is known? What will be the valency of electron of atomic number 9? See, if the element has valence electron 1, 2, 3, 4, then their valency will be same 1, 2, 3, 4. But beyond 4, like 5, 6, 7, 8, we have to subtract that from 8. So 8 minus 5 is 3, 8 minus 6 is 2, 8 minus 7 is 1, and 8 minus 8 is 0. So the valency is 3210. Element with atomic number 9, it has configuration as 2, 7. So this is greater than 4. So we have to subtract it from 8. 8 minus 7 is 1. How does the electronic configuration of an atom of an element relate to its position in the modern periodic table? Explain with one example. We see the position of element depend upon the valence electron, which depend upon the electronic configuration. So those elements which have same valence electrons, they occupy same group, same valence electron, same group. So those elements which have one valence electron, they belong to group 1. Element which has two valence electron belong to group 2. And period number is equal to the number of shell, K, L, M, N, like this. So if valence electron is equal to 1, it belongs to group 1. If it has 2 shells, it belongs to second period. If element X has atomic number 11, the electronic configuration is 281. It has one valence electron, it belongs to group 1, and it has 3 shells, so therefore it is in third period. The atomic numbers of 3 elements X, Y, Z, these are 9, 11, and 17. Which two of these elements will show similar chemical properties and why? See, electronic configuration of X, Y, Z is like this: 2, 7, 9 is 2, 7, 11 is 2, 8, 1, and 17 is 2, 8, 7. This valence electrons in X and Z are same, 7, 7. So X and Z are going to show these similar chemical properties due to the same number of valence electrons. On the basis of electronic configuration, how will you identify the first and last element of a period? The first element has 1 valence electron and the last element has 8 valence electrons. So number of shells remains the same throughout the period. In the modern periodic table, the element calcium 20, that is 2882, is surrounded by element with atomic number 12, 19, 21, and 38. Which of these elements has physical and chemical properties resembling those of calcium, and why? The reason is the elements with atomic number 12 and 38, they are going to resemble the calcium in physical and chemical properties. Why? Because they have same number of valence electron and they belong to the same group, that is 2. So 282 is magnesium, 2882 is calcium, and 2882 is Sr. So as we said, the atomic number 12 and 38 will be resembling calcium. They have same number of valence electrons. Okay, this is calcium 2 valence electron, magnesium 2, and Sr2. How does the metallic character of element change along a period of periodic table from left to right, and why? The metallic character goes on decreasing from left to right because the atomic size goes on decreasing. So the tendency to lose electron will decrease. How does the valency of electrons vary in going down the group, in going from left to right in a periodic table? So we have to find here left to right, and like this. This is a group and this is a period. P for period, G for group. So the answer is valency remains same in this group, and valency first increases from left to right and then it goes till 4 and then again it reduces. So like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, and then it 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it again drops down to 3, 2, 1, 0, like this. In the periodic table, how does the tendency of atoms to lose electron change on going from left to right across a period? Again, left to right across a period. The tendency to lose electron decreases from left to right across a period like this, and top to bottom in a group. So tendency to lose electron increases from top to bottom in a group. Give reasons. Element in a group have similar chemical properties. Why? Because element in a group, they have same number of valence electrons and same valency, therefore they have similar chemical properties. Element of group 1 form ions with charge +1. So why? Because the element of group 1, lose one electron to acquire +1 charge and they become stable. Two elements X and Y belong to group 1 and 2 respectively in the same period of periodic table. Compare them with respect to periodic table from left to right. Left to right. The number of valence electron in their atoms. So X, as it is given that it is in group 1, so it has 1 valence electron, Y 2, so Y has 2 valence electron. Their valencies, so their valency is 1 and 2. Metallic character, X is more metallic than Y, and size of their atoms, so we are going this side, so X is bigger than Y. Formula of their oxides, valency 1, so it will be X2O, and because the valency of Y is 2, so it will be YO. And formula of their chlorides, again, because it will be chlorine needs 1, chlorine makes 1, so that's why if Y is making YCl2, the Y will make YCl2, X will make XCl. The atomic number of element is 16. You have to predict the number of valence electron in its atom. So 16 is 2, 8 and 6. So what will be the configuration? 2, 8, 6. The number of valence electron is 6. The valency will be 8 minus 6, that will be 2. And the group number is 16. Whether it is a metal or non-metal, it is going to take 2 electrons in order to complete its octet. So it is a non-metal. The nature of oxide formed by it, non-metal, so acidic oxide. The formula of its chloride is SCl2. This is the formula of its chloride. The positions of 3 elements A, B and C in the periodic table are indicated like this. Group 16, group 17. So here we have A, B and C. This belongs to group 16 and this to group 16. We have to state whether C would be a metal or a non-metal. Why? See, C will be a non-metal because it has, this is 17, so it has 7 valence electron. The valency is 1, so it can gain 1 electron easily. That is why it is a non-metal. Which is more reactive, A or C, and why? So A is more reactive or more active element than C because A can gain electron easily. Which type of ion, cation or anion will be formed by the element C and why? C will gain electron to become negative ion, that is it will be anion because it will have electron more than the protons, that will be anion. An element X has atomic number 13, so it will be 2, 8 and 3, the configuration. The electronic configuration will be 2, 8, 3. State the group to which X belongs. So it belongs to group 13. Now X is a metal or non-metal, so it is able to leave 3 electrons, that is give 3 electrons, so X is a metal. Write the formula of bromide. So bromine needs, or bromine makes minus, so it can give, or it can gain 1 electron, so it will take, this bromine will take 1 electron in order to form bromine, right, like this. So in this case we combine it with X, so that will be, X has 3, so bromine needs 3 electrons, so bromine and bromine, 3 will be required, that is why it will be XBr3. State the modern periodic law of classification of element. How many groups, periods are there in modern periodic table? So the modern periodic table is based on atomic number. So the law will be like this: properties of elements are the periodic function of their atomic number. Groups, there are 18 groups and there are 7 periods. There are 7 periods in the modern periodic table. An element M has atomic number 11. Write its electronic configuration. State the group to which M belongs. Is M a metal or a non-metal? Write the formula of its chloride. So M has atomic number 11. You can easily see that it is 281. It is sodium. So it is 281. Group is 1. Sodium, so it is a metal. So because it is able to give 1 electron to become stable. Now when it combines with chlorine, it can leave 1 electron. Chlorine needs to gain 1 electron. That is why it will MCl. MCl is the formula of the chloride. Write the formula of its oxide. This will be the fourth one we'll be talking about, but the element M has atomic number 12. It will be 282. This is the electronic configuration. What is the electronic configuration? 282. State the group to which M belongs. The group to which this M belongs is group 2. This is able to give 2 electrons, that is why it is a metal, and we have to write the formula of its oxide. So oxygen will take 2 electron in order to form O2 minus, right? When it takes 2 electron, it will be and when M loses 2 electron, it becomes M2 plus 2 electron, like this. So the formation will be simple, MO. This MO is the formula of its oxide. Choose from the following: CONE-NaSi. Element that should be in the same period. So same period means 6, 8, 10. That means CONE, they will lie in the same period, second period. Why? Because they all have 2 shells. Number of shells have to be equal to be in same period. Sodium and the silicon, these are in same period. Third period, they are in same period, third period, because we have already talked about this. These are in second period, but sodium and silicon, these are on third period because they have 3 shells. These have 2 shells. Elements that should be in same group. So this C and this Si, that is these silicon and carbon are in the same group because they have same number of valence electron, 4. 4 is the valence electron. Carbon is 2, 4, and this silicon is 284. An element X belongs to third period and group 17 of the periodic table. State its electronic configuration and valency. Justify your answer with reasoning. So this element X belongs to third group, the group 17. So X is 17, 287 is the configuration. So what is the valency? Because it is 7, we have to subtract it from 8, it will be 1. So it has atomic number 17, therefore the electronic configuration, as I said, 287. It will gain easily 1 electron to become stable because the valency is 1, as we discussed. So it belongs to third period as it has 3 shells. See, K, L, M, K, L, M. It belongs to group 17 because it has 7 valence electrons. The formula of magnesium oxide, MgO. State the formula of barium nitrate and barium sulfate if barium belongs to the same group as magnesium. So this barium is going to make BaNO3 twice, and sulfate is going to be BaSO4. So barium 2 plus, again 2 plus, so NO3 has minus 1, so it will be twice. SO4 is already 2 minus, so they will form BaSO4. Choose from the following: calcium, lithium, sodium, neon. An element having 2 shells completely filled with electrons. So you know that these are the stable content, stable elements. So this neon has electronic configuration 2 and 8. 2 and 8 is 10. Both the shells are completely filled. So this is the element which is completely filled with the electrons. 2 shells are completely filled. 2 elements belonging to the same group of periodic table. So this lithium and sodium, they belong to the same group of the periodic table, that is the first group. Why do all the elements of the same group have similar properties or same period have different properties? So here element of the same group, they have similar properties because of the same or similar number of valence electrons. This is the basic criteria. They have same valency. And elements of same period, they have different properties. Why? Because the valence electrons are different. An element E has following electronic configuration KLM. To which group of the periodic table does this E belong? This E is belonging to group 16, 2, 8 and 6, that is 16. To which period of the periodic table does this element E belong? It belongs to third period. Why? Because KLM, 3 shells are there. That is why it is belonging to the third period. State the number of valence electron present in the element E. So this is 6. 6 are the valence electron. What will be the valency? Because it is more than 4, so we have to subtract it from 8. So this 8 minus 6 is 2. Valency is 2. Choose from the following: B, E, F, K and Ca. The element having 1 electron in the outermost shell. So of course it is 19, this K is 2, 8, 8, 1, like this. So this is 19, 1 in the valence electron. Two elements of the same group, this BE and CA belong to the same group because they have similar number of, same group means similar number of shells should be there. An element has atomic number 13. So what is the group and period number to which these elements belong? So this belongs to group 13 and third period, KLM. 3 shells will be there. Is this element a metal or a non-metal? Justify your answer. Now, because it is 283, it is able to give 3 electrons. So it is a metal. It can lose 3 electrons to become stable. The electron configuration of two elements A and B are 283 and 287 respectively. Find the atomic number of these elements. You just have to add them. So this is 13, this is 17. State the nature and formula of the compound formed by union of these two elements. So now this 283, it can give 3 electrons and this can take 1 electron. So we require 3 of these, 3 of B to combine with 1 of A. So AB3 will be the final result. A has atomic number 13, we have added these 3. B has atomic number 17, we have added these 3. And because as I said that B just require 1, but A will give 3. So if in order to combine this, we have to have AB3. This is an ionic compound. The atomic number of 3 elements are like this. Element and atomic number are given A, B, C, 5, 7, 10. Write the symbol of the element which belongs to group 13, group 15 of the periodic table. State the period of the periodic table to which these elements belong. Give reason for your answer. So A belongs to group 13 because its electronic configuration is 2 and 3. It has 3 valence electrons. B belongs to group 15 because its electronic configuration 7 is 2, 5. It has 5 valence electrons. And they belong to second period. They both have 2 shells. Write the atomic number of these elements. I'll show you the elements just now. What will be the formula of the compound formed and the nature of bond between them when these two elements chemically combine together? So A, the question A is 17, so the configuration is 287. B is 20, so B will be 2, 8, 8 and 2. Now B has a valency of 2 and A has a valence electron of 7 and valency is 1. So what will be the formation? Because it requires 1 and it is able to give 2. So that will be Ba2. With this will be the formation. This will be ionic bond. The atomic numbers of 3 elements are given like this. A, B, C. Write the symbol of the element which belong to group 1, group 14 of the periodic table. State the period of periodic table to which these elements belong. State reason to support your answer. So this A belongs to group 1 and B belongs to group 14. Okay. So these elements belong to second period. Why? Because these elements have 2 shells. They have 2 shells. Like this. 3 is 2, 1, 6 is 2, 4 and 9 is 2 and 7. 2 shells. That is why they belong to, these elements belong to the second period. They have 2 shells. A has electronic configuration 2, 1. It has 1 valence electron. B, and it belongs to group 1. B has 4. B has electronic configuration 4. So it has 4 valence electron. That is why it belongs to group 14 and period 2. C has electronic configuration 2, 7. It has valency of 1. So all of them contains 2 shells. That is why they belong to same period. F, Cl and Br, these are the elements each having 7 valence electrons. Which of these has the largest atomic radius and most reactive? You have to justify your answer stating reason for each. So this is fluorine, chlorine and bromine. So bromine has the largest atomic radius because it has 4 shells. 4 shells. Number of shells increase, the atomic radius increases. And fluorine, here there is fluorine which is most reactive because it is smallest in size. It can gain electron quite easily. Na, Mg, Al are the elements having 1, 2, 3 valence electrons respectively. Which of these elements have largest atomic radius and least reactive? Justify your answer stating reason for each. So this sodium has largest atomic radius because it has 11 protons and 11 electrons. Therefore, it has least effective nuclear charge, sodium. While this aluminium, this is least reactive. Why? Because it has smallest atomic size. There are 13 protons and 13 neutrons. So the force of attraction between proton and neutron is higher. It has greater effective nuclear charge. Therefore, it cannot lose electron easily. Therefore, it is least reactive. How are the following related? Number of valence electron of different elements in the same group. So different elements in the same group, they have same number of valence electron. Please understand, they should have same number of valence electrons. Number of shells of element in the same period. So number of shells of element in the same period, they are equal. If they are in same period, number of shells have to be equal. If they are in same group, number of valence electron have to be equal. How do the following change? Number of shells of element as we go down the group. So number of shells of element go on increasing down the group. That is in the column. Number of valence electron of element on moving left to right in a period. So number of valence electron of elements goes on increasing when we move from left to right. Like the lithium has 1, beryllium has 2, boron has 3, carbon has 4, nitrogen has 5, oxygen has 6, fluorine has 7, and neon has 8 valence electron. Atomic radius in moving from left to right along a period. So atomic radius goes on decreasing when we move from left to right along a period. Atomic size down a group like this, atomic size goes on increasing down a group. How many periods are there in modern periodic table of elements? How do atomic radius, valency and metallic character vary down a group? First we'll answer the first one. So there are 7 periods. 18 groups. How do atomic radius, valency and metallic character vary down a group? Atomic radius is increasing down the group. Valency remains the same, but the metallic character increases down the group. How do the atomic size and metallic character of element vary as we move from left to right in a period? This atomic size decreases along a period from left to right. The metallic character decreases along a period from left to right. So these were question and answer board which have come in board. So thank you so much. Take care of yourself. All the best.